Hello, let us start with a new reading. In this reading, we are going to discuss regarding the love life. The love story of you. You can pick a pile and we are going to discuss it further. This will be the first pile, this will be the second pile. So, let us start with the first pile. Okay, so as per this pile, I can see that uh, your love story will begin with a lot of misunderstandings. Maybe you can feel that this person is in a relationship with someone else, and that person will be of opposite gender. So maybe if your person is male, then you there will be a best friend of that female best friend of that particular person, and you will assume because of the bond that they share, you may assume that they are in a relationship because they'll always be together and they'll behave uh, as if they are very close in front of you and in front of everyone. So at first you might feel that this person has a girlfriend or a boyfriend already, but when you are going to become close to this person, you are going to understand and realize that that person is his or her best friend, and that person whom you were thinking as girlfriend and boyfriend of your future spouse, of the person you love, would be already in a relationship with someone else. Okay, they might be even married. Okay, so that misunderstanding will be created and it will be resolved, but it is going to take a lot of time, because you once you get clear about that person and his feelings, then this relationship is going to develop. At first you are going to feel heartbroken, and you can even ask from God that why I felt like this for this person, why everything is not going in my favor, why I am feeling like this for a person who is already in a relationship with someone else, and this person will be very well established, and you will be also very well established. Even after meeting them, you will become very lucky in terms of money. You are going to get income or revenue related benefits, increase in revenue related benefits or profits in terms of money after meeting this person. Maybe you are going to find a good job or a good nice promotion, and I can see that you are meeting this person in a family event only, or a celebration or a party where you are having a get together with your friends or family, and this person is a close acquaintance of yours, but you were not familiar with this person. You will be introduced to this person by your close connection. That can be a family member or a friend or a colleague or boss. Okay, and this person will be very uh, much treat you as a gift, and this person will consider you very important. The efforts of this person will always be clear right from the first meeting, and that misunderstanding that you are going to have will be solved by this person only. He is going to, or she is going to confess you again and again, and they will directly, as and when they will be clear about you, they are going to tell you right on your face that yes, this is the right, you are misunderstanding, and I am here to clear, you have a misunderstanding, and I am going to clear those understandings so that we can proceed with our relationship, we can marry each other. This person will be very much determined that he or she is going to he or she wants to marry you, because you will be having all the characteristics that he has. Dream, you will be his or her dream girl or dream boy. So that when that person is going to see that all the characteristics that they were always assuming to be possessed by their wife or husband, you are having all of those characteristics, then this person is going to pursue you, and this person will never lose trust on you and this relationship. You are going to be successful together in terms of career, in terms of relationships. So you are going to become each other's strength, and you are going to face ups and downs in life together. You will be each other's solid support system, always, in all situations, in all circumstances, and that will help you to grow personally and financially. Okay, a family life will be very good, very peaceful. You are going to get benefit of good relationships. You will always be surrounded by your well wishers, and if you are having any kind of troubles in trusting other people, those troubles and those uh, things will get clear, because you are going to meet very good people right from the day you are meeting this person, and always people around you are going to support you and motivate you. Maybe you are going to also become very feminine, caring, nurturing after meeting this person, because of the treatment that you are getting, the pampering you are getting from him or her, and also from the family members, from his or her family members, and from your own family members. Okay, you will be the person who will be favorite of this person, your future spouse, as well as their family. And even in your family, you will be the person who will be pampered a lot. Okay, throughout your life, from your future spouse family, from your future spouse, and from your family as well. Okay, so you are going to get that kind of love and support that you have always wished for, from your family members as well as from your future spouse. Okay, so this was your reading. I hope you liked it. We are going to start with the next reading. Okay, so as per this reading, I can see that you'll be facing a lot of troubles before meeting your true soulmate. Throughout your life, you are going to feel that there is something missing in your life in terms of relationships. Maybe you are not going to see good relationships before meeting your future spouse, and I can see that this person might come into your life when you are going for, maybe you have traveled to some place, and after you come back you are going to meet this person. Maybe you are going to have your first solo trip to overseas or within your own country, but you are going to there will that will be a first trip. Maybe you will be going for work to another country or another city, and there you get to meet that person. Maybe that person would be the one you are going to meet during your career related travel, and the person to whom you have uh, been looking to meet for your career related task, maybe this person will be that only. That, for example, you have been told by your boss that you have to meet urgently to client A, and you were not familiar with that client because that client was handled by some other employee, and that employee was is not available at that point of time, or that employee will be going for vacation, or maybe that employee has been transferred or promoted, so that person is not handling that particular client anymore. And so that client was given to you, or that person was given to you. That the person that you are going to meet will be a person having a good authority. This person will be having a lot of money, and they will be in a very good position at that point of time when you are going to meet this person. And when you are going to meet this person, maybe uh, at first meeting, right from the first introduction, you will feel like you either know this person, or there is something special in between you. You may even like dressing style of this person. This person will dress up very elegantly, and the way they speak, the way they present themselves is going to just blow your mind. You have never seen such mature and focused individual in your life. This person will be very determined and very formal when it comes to business relationships. They are going to create boundaries when they'll be talking to you, because they will be knowing that there's something in between you, but they'll keep it restricted to career related profession only. They'll try their best to not take this relationship ahead, because they might have a fear that this if they are going to have a relationship with you, this might impact their work in a negative manner. But as because you will not give up on them and this relationship, so you are going to create a bond of friendship with them first. You'll get to know more them informally, and after that you are going to develop a relationship with your family members, and slowly and gradually maybe you are going to um, give a proposal to them in the form of arranged marriage situation. You are going to ask your parents to give the proposal to them on your behalf, and everything will go well. You will get a positive response from this person, and things will get settled, but it is going to take some time, because that person is going to resist you for a very long period of time. And if you lose hope, then you are going to find someone else. But if you are not losing hope, and if you are trying your level best, because the impression that you'll be having of this person, I don't think that anyone else can beat that impression, that expectations that this person is going to meet. Okay, and once they will confess their feelings to you, then after that there is nothing that can break uh, both of yours bond. Okay, and everything will go well. You will have a very good relation with each other, and with time this relation will strengthen. And day by day you are going to feel that your love and their love towards you and your love towards them is increasing. in some way or another. So this is a connection that is made in heaven. But the only thing is that if you are going to lose hope in this relation, then things might go as per the plan. But if you are not losing hope in this relation, then there is a lot of abundance and success and love, infinite love, that will come to your way, and you are going to get that will come to your life, and that is going to change you in many ways. You are going to become a better individual. Your personality is going to develop. When you will spend more time with this person, you will understand the value of punctuality, the good values of this person. You are going to learn from this person, and this person will also learn from you. You will learn professional ways, professional guidance you are going to get from this person, and this person will understand the value of emotions from you, because you give importance to your emotions and they give importance to their logics. Okay, so this combination of you and them are going to complete each other, because you will be yin and yang, very different personalities from each other, but once you'll come together, you'll act as a whole. Even people around you are not going to see you and them different and separate. They are going to see you and them as one whole individual, because of the way because of the way you both love each other, that would be noticed by the people around you. Okay, so that was it for your reading. I hope you liked it. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.